Welcome back everyone to episode 8 of Let's Play Advanced Tactics Gold. That was mumbled. Advanced Tactics Gold. I'm going to start off with the production screen. I'm going to make a few adjustments. So I'm switching my supplies on this one over to political points. I do need more political points to get artillery, which I think is going to turn the tide for us. We're kind of playing the defensive game, and I think the way to switch that around is by getting artillery so we can soften up targets before we attack them. It's very, very valuable. Now, York and Bristol, they're currently just building staff. I think I'm going to switch that. I think I'm going to get machine guns here instead of staff. And I actually don't think I need all that supply even. So I'm going to just hope that 800 is enough. Let's just find out if it is. It's not. So we'll have to adjust this again. Okay, so maybe, I don't want to kill the political points here. The whole point was getting more political points this turn. Yeah, so I switched this one off from supply and built slightly less submachine guns so I could get political points instead. It used to be 30-70 and now it's 50-50. Yeah, I do want machine guns though. Great, so now the people are using their leaf blowers outside. I hope that's not too loud on the game video. Okay, let's see. Can I get by with less supply? No, I really don't think it's a good idea for me to be encountering any supply issues, so let's go ahead and I guess we'll just have to make do with only 6 new machine guns coming. It's still something. We don't need the extra staff, so I checked my staff percentages. This guy is at 163%. You don't get any bonus over 100. Just shows you how far over 100 you are. This guy's at 50, so we'll definitely reinforce him from London. In fact, no use in waiting. Let's just do that immediately. We'll give him 50 more staff. Just give him a whole ton. Yeah, now he's at 135, because this guy, he's at 121, so he didn't need the extra staff anyway. And he's going to receive the new staff that are built next turn. Now, it does mean that my headquarters here is now immobilized because the new units take away all the action points, but that's okay. Alright, so here we're going to continue to address this issue. You notice that this unit has greatly decreased in combat value. Readiness is dropping, and one can only suspect that's due to their own folly cutting themselves off from supply. So I don't think that they have... We can't see their logistics, but I don't think that they're in supply. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure that stays the case. And we lost a unit, but we killed, infantry gun, so the infantry gun is much more expensive than my 1 unit. We'll move into the area, and we'll reinforce... What's the best way of doing this? Moving this unit. Are they identical? They are exactly identical. And I think they're basically in identical positions. If I move this guy up, it will cost 60. Moving this guy up will cost 90. Okay, let's just do the 60 movement then. And I'm not sure where to move this guy. I might kind of leave this path open for them to move backwards. Only because I extremely highly doubt that they will. Their mission at this point is almost surely get to the front at all costs. Now, if I can do a little bit of shifting, which I think I can, I want this unit, dang it, I need 1 unit to get there, and if it means that I have to sacrifice potentially my oil to do so, I guess I'm okay with doing that for a turn. So what I'm going to do is snake everyone 1 hex. This guy move here, this guy move here, 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 here. And that's going to complete the cutoff of this unit. The reason I'm willing to do this is because this is a huge force. Now remember that 40 riflemen that I accidentally didn't add to London? I had that 4,000 production point loss over a turn just because I didn't set the sliders to max. Which again, I think is just a terrible thing that they don't have a warning about that. But, well, we'll just have to make do with the situation as it is. Because there is no warning, we did lose 4,000 production points, and that is... This unit is still, it's like 1.5 times that. It's probably about 6,000 production capacity in here. So that's huge. We definitely want to try to eliminate this unit. And just attacking it, usually a lot of people just retreat and you don't completely eliminate them. But you will completely eliminate them if they're behind the enemy lines and then are also, like, there's no retreating for them if you attack them when they're behind enemy lines. So that's the goal here, is to complete the surroundment. I also want to try to mix in a few attacks though, which could make this, I'm not sure if it's even possible. One, I definitely want to attack the 5 staff here. In fact, I'm just going to do that right away. Okay, these are 89. Can this guy move and attack? He can. Oh, this is wonderful. Okay, I think it's all going to work out. So this guy can move forward and attack. I'll move this guy down. It's a bit risky because that means this somewhat low readiness ranger unit, somewhat low supplied ranger unit will be defending this corridor. And that's a lot of guys for him to defend it against. So maybe there's a way for... No, there's no way for... This guy is the only one. He's the only hope. We need to either choose to attack the staff or reinforce here. No, we can't do that because then we'll be spread too thin. Oh, he could get here. He could get here. That guy could get here. And this guy can move here. No, I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm just going to risk this ranger unit. Well, he can get... No, that's the oil. I don't want to lose the oil, do I? I gotta think about this. Yeah, the only unit who can cut this off... Oh, this guy can cut off too. But can this guy move forward? No, so there's no point. I don't think infantry, just if we look, have any penalty moving into swamp. It's 35 versus 30. But it's not as much as low mountains, which is 40. So it's not really a penalty for them. The swamp, the stream crossing adds 10. So that'll be 45. Because it's my territory, it'll cost them an additional 10. That's 55. And because they're moving through my enemy zone of control, it'll cost them, I think, 65 to move in there. However, they will reconnect the supply line, and I'm not sure I can attack this unit next turn, considering this unit could support, but his support would be crossing a stream. Yeah, it's better just to defend. Let's just force them to attack. Okay, so let's just do it. Shift, shift, shift. This unit will probably head north. I wish there was a way to eliminate that. In fact, maybe this red unit should move up because then he can help. If they do move north, we can help attack. Well, let's continue shifting. We'll move this guy here, and since he has enough action points, I'm going to attack this staff unit. I think we should just kill them, yes. We completely eliminated their headquarters unit. Now, it didn't get completely eliminated. I think this is it. We didn't kill their general, which is unfortunate, but okay, that's fine. We'll continue to shift. And one of these units is going to... Oh, shoot. I think I messed up. I think I wanted this unit to shift here. No, I can't do that again. I just... There's not enough units here for... Yeah, we have to do it this way. And I don't really care which of these two. This is a rifle and this is a ranger. So it's just... The 71 DUC versus the 70 is based on this experience. So experience does have a positive effect on your combat value. Why morale doesn't factor into this, I have no idea. Which leads me to question again, what the heck does morale even do? I don't know. Well, let's go ahead and move our ranger unit down, I guess. I don't have any... It was a coin flip. And he still has enough, so let's have him attack. I just want to eliminate this one unit. We didn't take any casualties, and that, you can see the division card was completely eliminated from the game. Which was the point. We wanted that to happen. Now, the last thing we need to do is defend against this 132, which is pretty strong. And again, it's also due to that BS with the unit card stuff. I hope that doesn't happen the whole game. It's just going to be really annoying. But I want to move up here, which will help shore up our defenses here. And that's good. I'm happy with this unit. We'll get some extra machine guns next turn so that Bristol can be defended a little bit better. But I don't think it's possible for this 114 to attack into this very heavily fortified city unit. So we're very highly entrenched here, and submachine guns will defend higher in the city anyway. Okay, so we've made basically a whole line, except for here. And we need this unit. Oh, that's a troublesome situation. The French do have a lot of forces over here. Maybe we'll actually start to see an interplay between the French and German forces. That would be really cool. And also, not just because it's very much to my advantage if they do. Alright, I'm going to move these engineers out. There's no reason for them to stay on this oil, which is already level 2. Let's get them over here to this level 1 oil and start getting that one upgraded. Which means that yes, I have kind of left this road open, and there is a unit threatening. What to do about that? Well, we have enough ranger units for 2 new groups. Let's just go ahead and create 2 and plop them 1 each on these 2 roads. Okay, transfer. We are able to do land capacity transfers now. So these units can be resupplied with units, not just supply, by using the trucks that are available. And I think I forgot to give this unit trucks still, which I'll have to do this turn. But let's start by getting these units out. So ranger like so. Special forces. And please move here. This is technically in supply, but I'm not worried. We can cut off this unit, which is only 23 rifles, after we've dealt with this one, which is, wow, probably 3 times as important. So let's take care of the first things first. The most important things, let's get those done first. Which in this case means killing the more highly valued unit. And we'll go ahead and create this other ranger unit. Make him into an actual special forces. Our 16th special forces. Yeah, like I said, the special forces are not, they're the norm rather than the special. But that's okay. It's just a name, just a title. And interesting, there's no units threatening here. We could do some weird shifting around. Since there's nobody able to attack here, I think what I'll do is who is high. So this one has a retrenchment of 100, so he's the original, which makes sense because he's the 5th, and the 6th only has an entrenchment of 85. What I'm going to do is actually move this unit over here. So we can have our cake and eat it too. We can, looks like, cut off both units. That would be a worse thing to do if I knew that this unit could be attacked from any other unit besides this one. But this unit will have to cross through zone of control, so it'll be 35 to move here, plus 10 for zone of control, which would be 45. On top of the 45, he has 55 left, assuming he's at 100 readiness, which we'll just pretend, because I got it wrong up here, right? So if he has 100 action points, he'll have 55 remaining. Now, in order to attack, you need enough to move in. Oh, I guess according to this, he does have enough, I think. 30 to move in, plus 10 to move into the enemy zone of control, plus 10 to move into the action point for moving into enemy territory. So I think it only would cost 50 for him to attack, which means that I may have goofed and he might be able to attack, but whatever. We'll just hope that an entrenched ranger unit, perfectly ready, can defend against some lower readiness units. And they have 1 infantry gun. Okay. If I'm wrong and this guy gets liberated, well, we have a secondary prize we can make deal with. I'm also going to get a few more submachine gun guards. Oh, good. I already did that last turn. So I might, in the end, start moving this London headquarters out. There's no reason to do it yet, but if I need to move him to like this raw to kind of push his influence area. Remember, headquarters proximity is, we can see 100, 100, 100, so I should say 100, 100, 100, but after 3 squares, we drop down to 80. So 100 here, 80, 60, etc. So if we were up to this raw, it would help with these units up here. Okay. So now we basically, our map is starting to, if I zoom out once, our map is turning into a consecutive line of units representing our front. And when that happens, it's nice. I mean, breakthroughs against the front can only happen, not because there's open space, but only because you're actually attacking through. So as of right now, at this moment, there's only one place that I don't have a consecutive line of units from the top of the map to the bottom, and that is right here. Oh, two places, right here and right here. And I'd really like to not have this one. That's probably... Well, it's okay though, because the worst case scenario is if this one gets interrupted, I'll have to trace supply from here through one hex of non-rail back to the rail here, and then the supply can continue as normal. So the question is, where does this guy move? We need to keep moving ranger units up to keep supplying this. Eventually we can daisy chain all the way over. But for the time being, where is it important for him to go? There's two options as I see it. One, we could support this front, because I think if the French continue to act as aggressively as they have, we might see one of these units do like a movement all the way over here again if I move here, or if I move here. But at the same time, moving this unit up here will help with this attack against this guy. As he loses readiness, eventually it'll be to our advantage to attack him, just to eliminate him so we don't have to worry about the threat behind lines. Like the lower readiness, eventually he'll move down to 10 readiness when he's completely out of supply and losing readiness down. I don't know how much you lose per turn for being out of readiness. If it was just throwing a number out there, 50 per turn, we would need to wait 2 more turns for him to be down to readiness of 10. And he won't go any lower than 10. However, there's an advantage to, like, there's an opportunity cost, right? The longer I have to wait, the more units I have to leave around this unit. If I can just eliminate him earlier, it frees up all those units to just worry about the front. So that's the logic I'm working with here. But I'm not, it's not compelling for me either way, here or here. Yeah, well, we know that this unit should be resupplied next turn. The only reason it's not being supplied is because this guy doesn't have trucks yet. So let's go ahead and give him some trucks as well. I think I decided I'm going to give 7 trucks to each of these guys. So let's give him 7. And that should be enough trucks for him. Oh, good. I thought I gave him 14, but he has 7 here. And this guy has 3 trucks. So we have actually more trucks than I thought. I produced trucks for 1 turn too long. Oh well. I've already forgotten since the beginning. I did at the beginning of the turn. Let me just make sure I have supply, my production all set. So we have good production, 2,400 in the south, 1,600 in the north. That's perfect. We are getting machine guns. We are getting more staff for that guy too. More staff for the south as well, although it's not as necessary. More machine guns, submachine guns, perfect. Yeah, I'd like everything, and we're getting a lot more political points, which is important, so we can start getting artillery. Okay, good. I think we're ready to end the turn then. The only question is just this. Okay, I'm going to just... I really think what's going to happen is if I move forward here, this unit's going to come and cut me off here. They don't have the highest readiness, so you shouldn't have enough action points to do too many crazy things. Let's see, though. Let's see how it goes. Let me just move him. Maybe I'll just dance in the middle and do the middle ground thing here. No, I want to make sure that he has enough action points to attack this unit next turn. So let's just go all or nothing. Oh, and that actually revealed that these guys are higher strength than we thought. So... good luck to you, Rangers. I think you're the weak point here. Both of these Ranger units are the weak point, and I suspect we'll be attacked on at least one of these locations on the French turn. Alright, but the south is looking much more secure. So let's end the turn and see what happens. A Russian turn, which we don't see anything about. Up, there was some battles, but I think it went our way. Yeah, so they attacked, but they lost 84 units, and we lost 13. Well, they lost 84 infantry, and we lost 13. Wow, John Newton's already got to level 2. Incredible. That's the guy in the north, I think. This guy? Yeah, so he can still play his silly blitz card, but it does say something about lead your armor, but then it says we'll give a big boost to combat performance. I don't really understand how the cards work. I don't know why it even needs to be this confusing. So let's see in the history what exactly happened. I'm going to kind of go through this a little bit faster. So they moved some units in the north. They, wow, pushed pretty strongly to the south. And this is the one attack that went... so exactly, the weak point, which I had earlier identified, they attacked, but they did not succeed. They lost 28 rifles, 4 machine guns, and 3 submachine guns. I only lost 9 rangers. Looks like they reinforced that. They did another attack. Okay, I was wondering. I thought it was more. It was like 80, right? And that wasn't 80 infantry. So they did an attack here as well, which was against a pretty well-defended and heavily entrenched unit. And they took losses accordingly. So we lost a machine gun and 3 rifles, but they lost 42 rifles, 2 machine guns, and 5 submachine guns. It's a pretty big defeat. So as we can see, whoops, let me go to the next battle until we get back to that one. We can see how important it is to defend. So that's my new strategy now, is get to critical points as fast as possible and then force them to attack. Now there's just some moving. They're reoccupying the front. So more headquarters moving around. Wow, that headquarters moved a lot. Must have trucks. Okay, now we're talking to the Germans, I guess. Germans in the south. They did reinforce there. So this unit's not crazy. It's trying to free itself. That's very understandable. But I guess we didn't get attacked because that's already all the battles. They are kind of moving forward. This unit actually moved back. Whoops. Why did it do that? So this unit moved back, and it was a 75 and it became 115. That's probably just because we lost reconnaissance on it, and we no longer can identify it well. Yeah, now here it's a 49, but it's the same unit. It's the same 70 whatever that was here. We just don't have enough reconnaissance to identify it well. And their engineers are very nice. They've built just a pipeline for us to go straight from London to Fishhawk. Looks like the French are actually moving back. So the Germans have pushed up to the Val. This is interesting to see. The Germans have pushed up to the Val here. But the French have pushed down to Hirschau here. Interesting. And not a whole lot of movement on the southern front between Russia and Germany. But I think the Russians are pushing very hard towards Lorient, and they even cut off the western road. So Lorient may soon fall, I'm not looking forward to fighting the Russians. They're going to be a bit of a disaster. Okay, I got distracted there. Let's go to something down here. Engineers. Okay, shifting around. It would be nice to see the French and the Germans fight, but so far nothing. Maybe if I even withdraw a little bit, it'll force that to happen more. But I'm like, if you look at the top map here, I'm just a sliver of space. I'm really taking this this idea of only defending your strategic points really to the extreme. We're giving up anything that's not of utmost strategic value. Good, so this unit is even lower now. Its readiness is down at 35. That might be the right time for us to attack, because then we can start shifting, again, the opportunity cost of waiting. We can shift these units around. Although we are kind of freeing up this area. They're pulling back. These units might be losing readiness from supply even. No, it doesn't look like it. Maybe, but it's not conclusive. Okay, but I think I'll call this episode to a close here. Let's see what this unit did. He moved forward. Can we attack? Yes, from that side. Not from this side. Wow. I'm so curious. Why is it that this unit can move here at a cost of 50, but this unit moves here at a cost of 60? If you're thinking because of the stream, I do have a bridge here which nullifies that. That's so interesting to me. I just have no idea how like this, if I could ask the advanced tactics developers anything, it would be, please explain to me why moving into a forest here is 50 while moving into a forest here is 60. I mean, it's along a road, so technically you take the road cost if it's less expensive. And I mean, the road cost should be 30 and the forest cost should be 30 for both of these. So road is 30, forest is 30. I don't understand. But on that mystery, we'll leave this, and we'll pick up next turn. We'll again continue our counteroffensive. Thanks for watching. Take care.